In this lesson, you're going to learn how to set up proportions for percent problems. When doing this, you're always going to look at this proportion. So, percent over 100 equals is over of. All right, so let's think about that for just a second. If you get everything right on a test, your percentage is out of 100. Okay, so that's why this 100 is never going to change. So you're always going to put your percent over 100, and then you're going to look for keywords is and of. I know that sounds really odd, but let's look at what that looks like. All right, so what is 20% of 60? All right, I know that 100 is never going to change, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then I'm going to scan my problem. The first thing I notice is that I have a percent sign. Anytime you see that percent sign, light bulb goes off, and that number is going to go over the 100. Okay, and then I'm going to look for my next ratio. All right, and I see 60. When I see 60, if I look in front of it, it goes with the word of. Okay, and remember, of was at the bottom of my second ratio. So I'm going to put 60 at the bottom of that one. And then I don't know the other number. Okay, notice it says what is. All right, so now I'm going to do cross products. So I get 100x, and I get 20 times 60. Well, easy way to do that, 2 times 6 is 12, and then add the 2 zeros. All right, when I'm dividing by 100 is what I need to do to get x alone. Then I have x equals, and then I'm just going to take those two off. So 12 over 1 equals 12. So x equals 12. All right, let's look at another example. All right, it says 15% of what number is 9? All right, I know 100 always goes at the bottom, so I can always start with that. All right, let's scan my problem, and I see 15%. That percent is always going to go over 100. Okay, then let's look for my other number, and I see a 9. It follows the word is. Well, remember, is goes on the top. Is over of. And that means I don't know what number is on the bottom. So, and if you'll look, of what? Okay, now here's what you're going to do. Cross products, 15 times x is 15x. 9 times 100 is 900. To solve that, I got to divide by 15 on both sides. Left with x over here, and then 900 divided by 15 is 60. What percent of 28 is 21? All right, so let's start off. 100 always goes on the bottom. I'm going to scan my problem for numbers. I see a 28 and a 21. If I look at the 28, what does it follow? It follows the word of. Of goes on the bottom. 28 goes on the bottom. Look at 21. It follows the word is. 21 goes on top. That means I don't know what the percent is. Notice it says what percent. Okay? There is also another clue is there is no percent sign up there. So it makes it a little bit easier. All right, cross products, 21 times 100 is 2100. And then 28 times x is 28x. To solve that and get x alone, I must divide by 28. So I do that on both sides, and I'm left with x equals, and then 2100 divided by 28 is 75. Okay? Now, you know how to do cross products because you've been doing that for several lessons. So I'm going to skip that for right now, and I'm just going to go through several problems, just setting them up, because that's the hard part on this. All right, so I want you to get used to that. If you think you got it right now, cut the video off. If you think you need to see a couple more, keep watching. What percent of 30 is 6? Always going to put 100 here. And then I'm going to scan my problems. I have a 30 and a 6. 30 follows of. Remember, of goes on the bottom, so 30 goes on the bottom. Look at 6. It follows the word is. Is goes on the top, so 6 is here. X is here. All right? I would then find cross products and find out what X is. 72 is 90% of what number? Always start here with 100 at the bottom. And let's look at our numbers. 90%, percent sign tells me that it goes right here. All right? And then 72 is. So 72 is at the top because that's where is goes. And of what? That tells me that that's where my X is. 40% of what number is 32? Start with 100. Look at my numbers. I have a percent sign, so that means that goes above 100. And then I have is 32. Is goes on top, so 32 on top. And of what? There's my X. Find the cross products and then divide to find out what X is.